There's a quiet shift happening right now. We're not just arguing politics anymore. We're slicing it and dicing it, but most importantly, we're pricing it. In other words, incentives are replacing truth. And not to sound schizo, but when incentives replace truth, behavior changes. I'm talking the rise of quote-unquote prediction markets, or as I like to call it, degenerate gambling scope creep. Shout out to Kenny Rogers. Prediction markets like Kalshi and Polymarket aren't just gambling platforms, they're information markets. They turn opinions into assets. There's a quote floating around from Kalshi's leadership. The long-term vision is to financialize everything and create a tradable asset out of any difference in opinion. Oh, it sounds so sweet until they come and destroy your child. Think about that. Any difference in opinion, tradable. That's not just gamification. That's financialization of reality. Soon they'll be betting on if your GF is faking her big O again tonight or not. Anyways. Markets are powerful because they align incentives. If you can profit from being correct, you pay attention. But there's another side. Is there another side? When money is attached to an outcome, the incentive isn't just to predict, it's to influence. Now, I'm not saying everyone is going to crash out over a bet, but structurally, the possibility exists. We already understand this in sports. Athletes aren't allowed to bet. And why? Motherfucker, but why? It's because when you can influence the outcome and profit from it, the system breaks, dude. It breaks just like a little brown egg. That's why guardrails exist. Now imagine similar markets around things like political outcomes, public policy events, or cultural moments. Even something small. What tie a politician wears, what headline gets announced, what gets delayed. At scale, incentives matter. And I wasn't really gonna say this, but let's be honest, this probably isn't YouTube friendly, so I'll tread lightly, but I'm sure someone somewhere is betting on someone, let's just say, quote unquote, doing the deed, if you know what I'm getting at. That's scary. And when people have hundreds of thousands to gain from crashing out, shit gets real. Thousands of people showed up for free Kalshi groceries in New York, dude. That's bleak. It reminded me of something historical. Organized crime groups used to give out free food and money in the communities they operated in. Charity and leverage aren't always separate. When economic pressure rises and platforms offer financial upside tied to societal events, what kind of behaviors are we incentivizing? That's the real question. And before I go off into Lala Alex Jones land, this is where it ties into tech. Technology doesn't just scale info, it scales incentives. Social media monetized attention. Now prediction markets are monetizing uncertainty. We're turning reality into a fucking dashboard. A portfolio, a tradable asset. Don't get me wrong, I'm pro-tech, I love it. I like markets. Markets are often better at pricing information than institutions. But when everything becomes financialized, it changes how people relate to society. You stop participating and you start positioning. So, this isn't a moral panic, it's more structural. When incentives are introduced, behavior adapts. And when everything becomes tradable, we shouldn't be surprised if society starts acting like a market. The question isn't whether this will grow, it's what kind of guardrails we build before it does. That's it, just an observation. So yeah.